just landed here in Grand Rapids, West Michigan on time and meeting Carlos Estrada.
These two are these two.
Oh my gosh, I'm famous now. I'm on Ram's platform.
So it is before 7 a.m., 6:45 or something like that, and we're currently in Grand Rapids Holiday Inn, about to leave to go to Holland High School. Pretty pumped. I have spoken at Holland High School before 2 years ago. It's not as cold as I expected. I expected it to be colder. I remember last time they closed, well, they as in high schools closed schools that day because the snow was that bad. But Holland stayed open because I was going to speak. So I'm not dealing with that today. Here we are, bright and early, Holland High School. Back at school, Holland High. All right, we're about to start very soon. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. You're all studying graphic design, is that correct? Or interested in design or art or creativity? Happy. Happiness could be, I don't know, eating a taco while riding a horse. Or like having ice cream by the beach. Happiness is very simple for me. It's food on the table, a roof on my head. I know that might seem very simplistic, but that's the truth. So this book wasn't my idea. I asked my mailing list, I go, what is it that you need, that you feel that I can give you? And I got 300 emails within 24 hours saying, can you help us find a mentor? There's two things. There's we will always be a mentee. Even my mentors who are in their 70s, 80s, they still have mentors. They still look up to people, and it's not even an age thing. The other part is that we are also equally valuable to the mentor because it's a validation that they have, a bit of an ego boost for them. And then also the fact that, they can, they've got access to a different demographic.
All right, thanks again, man.
Thanks again, Rick.
It's great
Appreciate
to see
it.
you.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting
Thanks for coming and making the trip.
Thank you.
Carlos, always a pleasure. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
This event was truly spectacular. I love going to high schools because, if I'm being completely honest, they're the ones that need it most. They're at that age between, 13, 14, up to 16, 17. And when I put myself in their shoes, I just wish more people would have come in and spoken about different industries, mentorship, given me a bit of a nudge in the right direction. I love the bit where, because it was an early start, 8 a.m., I love the bit where everyone's slouching down and not really into it at the beginning, but their body languages change. They start sitting up, their shoulders start going back, they start looking at you eye to eye, and the light bulbs start coming up, and there was some Q&A there, which was great. There was smiling in a lot of the instances that they could resonate with. So it's always a win. Just by being here, I think, is the main thing. And they know that they can reach me anytime online. And I want them to feel that they're not alone. That is the number one thing that drives me to say yes immediately to high schools, that they're not alone. Simple as that. All right, so we are headed to Ferris State. We just went back to the hotel briefly for a quick little break. Obviously ate some food, replenished, and we're now going to drive 90 minutes to Ferris State University. I'm so pumped. I'm expecting the audience to be a bit more curious about job prospects. So when it comes to high school talks, it's usually around connecting with influencers in general, thought leaders, rather than specifically a creative director, a employer, a design director. So I'm pretty sure this one is going to be more targeted, which is what the book was designed for. But the beauty about it is that the principles in the book are transferable to anyone in any industry. Carlos,
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself.
Hello, world.
Let me build this up. So 2 years ago, Carlos organized 5 events for me here, and we did it in 2.5 days.
So this time around, I wanted it to be different, and I organized 5 events
In
over
4
5
days.
Yeah.
It's very generous of him.
generous.
But I love this guy. He is a big part of the ARGA community
Thank you, sir.
here in West Michigan. A+++ hospitality, as well as Alysha.
Yes.
Very talented Alysha. And she's an illustrator.
So I have the privilege to serve as an information designer with a client. You might know who they are, Herman Miller.
Hey.
I work with an amazing team of engineers, and I help them process information and make it visual, infographics.
We gotta go, so we'll see you guys very soon. Ferris State University, I'm coming for ya. I'm here with my man Eric. We got Carlos and Jean from AIGA and Root. It's probably surprising for people, but I never thought that I would do the amount of speaking engagements that I've done now. Of course, when you're a designer, you are presenting. You're always presenting, so you get into the habit of communicating your ideas. But they don't teach you about body language, tone of voice, the presenting of ideas in a certain sequence, and that's a whole other beast in itself. But when it came to speaking about what I do now, which is helping design better designers, helping designers be employed, and helping them navigate their way, I think the main thing is that it's not whether you want to be a speaker, it's whether you believe that what you're communicating is of value. How that lives can be verbally, how that lives can be in written format, how that can be in video, how that can be in an online course, so many ways. And it just so happens that there was some form of opportunities around the time when I launched my first book, and then one talk led to another, and here I am about to do my 49th talk in 22 months. Ferris State University, watch out. Oh, you guys got it. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Ram.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Kate, nice to meet
We
you.
met briefly in Vegas, but
Do we?
yeah, I saw your blog and I'm like awkwardly in the background, like gathering food on my plate. I'm like,
So funny.
I was premiered, but I was eating food.
Kate just made it known to me that we met in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes. Hello.
There you go. Hi there, what's your name? Freddie? Sarah, great to meet you.
Morgan.
Morgan. Michael, love it. That's awesome. I've had some pretty great conversations just as the students are walking in. Smiles from ear to ear, very friendly, very polite. So I think this is going to be great. I'm feeling really good. I love feeding off other people's energy, and they want to know how to navigate their way to the thing that they want, which is, you know, to succeed in the design industry. Thanks, Thomas. Wow. What an introduction, mate. All right. I want you to do something real quick with me. We're just going to dive straight into it. I want you to clap your hands 3 times, very slowly. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Different things that I wasn't taught in college and high school and just growing up in general. Emotional intelligence, building rapport. What do I write to a creative director? What do I say? What is this thing called tone of voice in an interview? All these things. So that has led me to my first book in 2014 called How to Get a Job as a Designer. Now the problem is this: how do we get from where we are now to where we want to be? Navigating our way to our end goals can leave us feeling stressed or, you know, drained or sometimes unhappy because we didn't get what we want. But there is a way to lessen the wrong turns, and that's what you'll be walking away with today. They are constantly pushing you to be better. And it is the solution. Mentorship is the solution, because success leaves clues, as many people have said it before me, and it is the solution to turning that into that. And you're asking this because?
I am visually impaired.
You're visually impaired. Great. I want you to say it.
I'm visually impaired.
You're visually impaired.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to say that because I want you to know that there is so much of a place for you in many companies, and that don't think that it is a bad thing, okay? Yeah. So, and I'm deeply saying this because I have many friends who are either autistic, paraplegic, visually impaired. You need to go down your own truth. So what is the truth? I'm visually impaired. I'm black. I'm Asian. I've got a disability. I can't speak properly. I stutter. I've got this. I've got that. Be it. Embrace it. You have to trust in your abilities, because you bring something else to the table that none of us can. That was unbelievable. I'd never experienced what happened at the front during Q&A, in that someone revealed very vulnerably a thing that she's struggling with, which was that she's visually impaired. And it's so important because not many people have the bravery to do that, and a lot of people are in that situation. It validates that this is my way of giving back, and it validates that there's a need. So I'm super touched by what happened. It was beautiful, so good.